Good roads, like these ones, are a testimony that when Governor Ibikunle Amosun makes a promise, he keeps it. When he came into power in May 2011, he promised to pay attention to 5 priority areas. One of those areas was rural and infrastructural development and employment generation. Concerted efforts on this particular point is what has brought out results in the form of rehabilitation or reconstruction of about 200 roads as they cut across the 3 senatorial districts of Ogun State. The dividends of this particular point is also evident in other basic infrastructural projects as well as in the drive to generate employment for the teeming unemployed persons in Ogun State. The state of roads in Ogun State after 1 year of this administration in office is a far cry from what it used to be.
Most of the roads in the state were in an extreme deplorable condition, and there were potholes here and there, road failure here and there, collapse of bridges at the bottlenecks where the rivers are crossing the roads. This spread across everywhere. It cut across everywhere in the state. So that was the condition we met the road infrastructure when we arrived.
However, immediately Senator Ibikunle Amosun was sworn in, lasting solutions were worked out to overhaul the state of roads. Thus, in the last 1 year, over 200 roads cutting across the 3 senatorial districts have been worked upon with evidence of good success, while new ones were also constructed. Some of the roads and bridges rehabilitated and constructed includes Iruwan Road in Ejebu-Ode, the Isaliabese Bridge construction, the Ewange State Road, the OGBC Unikolobo Road, Idiaba Road, Abeokuta, the Ondo Road project in Ijebu-Ode, inherited from the previous administration, Koka Road in Ifo local government, Ojagbangba Bridge, Olorunshogo Bridge, Arinlese Road, Surulere Road, Owo Mosque Road, the Ogore Remo Road, the access road to Technology Incubation Center. Still in the last 1 year, some federal government roads within the state that were in deplorable condition also received the attention of this administration in order to ease the challenges faced by road users plying the roads.
Roads within the state are many and very long, but we discovered that most of them are in a very good condition. Talk of the one that runs from Adaton through Shaje and busting out at Lafenwa. That one is being undertaken by the Ogun State government. That's the one I told you that we have just finished constructing about 1.5 kilometer drainage system, and we have taken it upon ourselves to repair everywhere that was damaged along this route. If you go from Datona again to Ibadan Road, the stretch of the state government have been given some palliative rehabilitation.
The state government also embarked on the rehabilitation and construction of drainages. This is to forestall the flooding problem that is often faced in some areas in Ogun State during the rainy season. One major achievement of this administration under Infrastructural Development Drive is the award, construction and completion of Ibara-Itaeko-Shokori Totoro Road in Abeokuta. The 6-lane road was constructed at the cost of 1.3 billion naira. For the project to commence, residential houses, offices and shops were demolished. This was not without adequate plans for compensation. A relocation allowance of 50,000 naira only was first of all given to residents and shop owners to find alternative accommodation. Full compensation was then paid to affected persons of the demolition exercise. Houses belonging to some aged persons affected by the demolition exercise were not monetized. Rather, new houses were built for them by the state government. On the 28th of May 2012, the 2.4-kilometer road was commissioned as part of activities to commemorate 1 year in office of Senator Ibekunle Amosun as the executive governor of Ogun State. It was indeed a memorable day in the 36-year existence of Ogun State. The governor assured the good people of the state that the project is a pacesetter of more of its kind to be seen in the state.
We are trying to make Ogun State a pothole-free state. Whatever happens, whether during rain or during anything, we should be able to be moving. Our road should be good.
The pedestrian bridge on the same road is also one of the projects that the state can now boast of in its long years of existence. The essence of the bridge is to reduce the risk to pedestrians in crossing the road. An overhead bridge is also being constructed at the Ibara-Okelewo axis to ease traffic congestion. All these are in addition to the befitting bus stop that was also constructed on the road. Some of the dilapidated bus stops across the state were renovated, while new ones were also put up. Also, the Songo Ota Motor Park also received a big facelift, which has already put smiles on the faces of traders as well as the motorists using the park. There is no gainsaying that a lot has been achieved just within 1 year in office of Senator Ibekunle Amosun's administration. There was also the renovation of the June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto, Abeokuta. The administration is, however, not resting on its oars, as it has so much more planned to boost the economy of the state and also to attract genuine investors.
Of recent, procured and of course advertised for the construction of 19 major roads within the state. And since then too, we have had additional roads that have been proposed to be executed under major contract. And just one out of it is just the one that you have seen, which is Totoro Ibara-Shokori Itaeko. And you will also realize that that road is of a very high standard. And that's the kind of standard that you will be seeing in the execution of the rest of the contracts all through the state.
Speaking further, the Permanent Secretary pointed out some other road constructions that will take off as soon as possible.
The ones that are very paramount, that is talking about the Iluawela Road. That's the one in the Yowa zone. Then we have the one that will link Ejiri to Obalende in Ijebode. We have the one that will go through Ulisa, running through Ndo Road. And then we have the one that will be running from Benin Chagamu Express Road. It will cut across at the RSS at Chagamu. It will pass through Obenewole and Karibu Road.
Achievements have also been recorded by the Ogun State government in the area of providing other basic amenities to the people. One of such is the availability of water supply in some areas that formerly experienced water scarcity.
So we all appreciated the little he has done now. I pray that God will give him effort to do more. You can see this water. You are not suffering again. Even up to light. At times, even he has promised giving us this light that it will be a regular one.
Ìyàtọ̀ sí Amosun ní tó arí lára Amosun ó pọ̀ gan. Ẹ̀wọ̀n omi tí ò yọ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn omi yẹn ti ń yọ dáadáa sí.
Aside the water boreholes and tap projects that have been planted at different locations in Ogun State, the Amosun-led administration also embarked on the rehabilitation of the water treatment plants across the state, such as the Yemoji Waterworks. Still pursuing its goals in the area of infrastructural development, Ogun State government has, in the past 1 year, taken steps to improve power supply in the state. A total of 500 transformers have been purchased and distributed to all the local governments across the state to ensure adequate supply of electricity in all nooks and crannies of the state. The strides in infrastructural development are indeed commendable, but some will argue that tangible success can only be recorded in any society when the highest population of the people have a means of livelihood for themselves. It is in line with this that the second part of this cardinal program under review deals with employment generation. Within the first 3 months in office of His Excellency Governor Ibikule Amosun, the process of employment generation began, and by the time the administration clocked 1 year in office, a total of 11,200 unemployed youths have already been gainfully employed. The state government, through the State Ministry of Health, has also embarked on the recruitment of health workers in the Ogun State hospitals. Also, over 1,000 teachers were also given employment during the Rapid Employment Scheme. Employment generation is still an ongoing exercise. The governor has promised that his administration will not relent in its efforts to ensure that its youths have means of livelihood.
Because we know that we really need to create wealth. And that is why we are now looking at where we can encourage young entrepreneurs, create an enabling environment for them to have cottage industries. Even some of them will be trained. We have what we call entrepreneur incubator. So we want to train people. Look at, you don't need to just be a graduate for you to be employed. Masons, technicians, bricklayers, welders, all sorts. We want to train them, carpenter, so that we know that once they are good, they can now at least be the master of their own destiny.
1,000 unemployed graduates have been earmarked to benefit from a 1 billion naira soft loan scheme provided by Ogun State Government and Bank of Industry. Through this arrangement, chipping machines were purchased for lease as a platform for which the unemployed youth can acquire the machines and start their own small-scale chipping industries. In another dimension, a unique opportunity was also given to interested unemployed youths to be self-employed through the Uplifting the Unemployed program of the First Lady of Ogun State, Mrs. Olufunsho Amosun. Here, over 1,000 unemployed graduates drawn from across the state were trained on different handworks for 14 days, after which they were provided with necessary equipment and a sum of 25,000 naira each to set up their businesses. Apart from direct benefits, infrastructural development in Ogun State has also been an avenue to create jobs in the state.
When there are jobs to do, of course, more hands will have to be involved, and this, of course, will lead to employment of the abled ones who can execute such projects. So we have been involved in employment of some graduates, whether into the civil service or as project officers within the establishment.
Many citizens don't ask so much from their governments, just that the basic infrastructure that make life a little better be provided. And it is to the provision of these basic infrastructural amenities that the present administration of Senator Ibikunle Amosun has committed itself. From good roads, a drainage system, clean markets, and a good environment to adequate water supply and improved electricity supply. For these people are happy, and the mission to rebuild Ogun is moving forward.
I commend the job. It's a very good effort from the ongoing government of the Ogun State. It's a very good. I really commend the job. They should keep it on.
We are very, very happy. Even when we are coming from down, we see this roundabout. I'm very happy about it because it's very neat and decent. And the way you do it in a very, very encouraging. I pray that God will help you in the name of Jesus.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa gómìnà wa bàbá wa Ìbíkúnlé Amósù pé wọ́n ṣe gudugudu méje yàyà mẹ́fà fún wa nítorí